it's Shamanda. Welcome back to my channel where we talk about all things mental health, personal finance, and overall strategies to live your best life. All right, so y'all already know what time it is. This is like my favorite series. It is time for our bi-weekly check-in. Now, you guys already know my goal for this year, 2024, is to max out my 401k and my Roth IRA for the first time ever. So just a reminder, for 2024, the max contribution for 401k is $23,000, and the max contribution for Roths or IRAs is $7,000. Now, just a little update. The numbers for 2025 have come out. They were released by the IRS. So the 401k max contribution for 2025, which will be here around like very soon, right around the corner, is $23,500. So it increased by $500. Now the contribution max for Roth IRAs or IRAs is going to remain the same at $7,000. So I'm super excited to look at my numbers for next year and to start planning that out and kind of looking at how that will look, how I will break that up monthly as well. So ironically, and I guess a good thing, is that next week for my employer, the benefits enrollment period opens up. So I'm excited because next Wednesday I'll be able to change or shift or adjust my contribution amounts and things of that sort. So I'm excited to tell you guys about what I decide to do in our next bi-weekly check-in video. So make sure you tune in for that. All right, so getting straight to it, let's look at where we are. All right, so it is the October 2024, so it's the first pay period of this month. Now, my goal for this month is to hit a $25,000 or more milestone. Now, as you guys already know, if you've been following this series, you know that my goal is to reach $100,000 invested. That's between my 401k and my Roth IRA. So altogether, within the next 24 months, I want to reach $100,000. Now, why is that important? I am 35 years old. God willing, I'll be 36 next month. Less than a month away, which is crazy, right, y'all? I mean, what is going on? But when I put in the, when I entered those numbers into the investment calculator, it said that like if I started investing, so 35 to 65, 30 years basically, right? If I have $100,000 invested in that time period, from 35 to 65, I would retire with $1 million in my retirement account. So that is the goal for me, is that within the next 24 months, which I'll be a little bit over the 30-year period, if that makes sense, just like by like some months or like a year, but it's okay. At 8%, I should retire with $1 million net worth. That's not counting my home equity, and I know that I'll have more properties by then, so that's not counting that. It's also not counting additional money that will be invested. This is just my goal, just to fast track it and get to 100,000, and that way it's almost like a guarantee. There's no guarantee in life, but almost like a guaranteed $100,000 that'll be there, or $1 million that'll be there for retirement age. So that is the goal for me. So hitting $25,000 will be a major milestone, because guess what? We're 1/4 of the way at 35, and so that's exciting for me. For this month, my goal is for 401k is to exceed $18,000, and my Roth IRA, my goal is to exceed $63,000. So let's see where we are right now. All right, so at the time of filming this video, it's Thursday. My current balance for my 401k is $17,650.98. My current Roth balance is $5,828.82. Now, with my contribution that will hit tomorrow on payday, my 401k new balance will be $18,036.65. So, as you can see, already with this amount, we will have exceeded the goal for October for 401k, which is $18,000. That is amazing, y'all. I'm so excited about that. And that means that, you know, basically next pay period, we'll just keep growing that, and it'll be closer to the next goal for next month, November, of $19,000. Because as you probably can tell, my goal is to increase by $1,000 each month. Now, my goal for Roth IRA is, again, $6,300, and we're currently at $58,28,982. But I will not contribute to my Roth this pay period. It will be next pay period. So we'll see where we are. Now, as with the totals together, after the contribution tomorrow, my total invested balance is $23,865.47. So as you can see, I'm very close to the $25,000 mark. I do believe that with next pay period's contribution, 401k and Roth IRA, 401k, and then the Roth IRA, I believe that I will hit the $25,000 milestone. So you want to make sure you're here next pay period to see if I am successful in reaching that milestone. I'm super excited about that. Now, I am also paying off debt. You guys know that. But for October, if you've been following me, you know that I am an executive producer of cinema therapy films, and I'm finally, after almost 3 years, releasing my first film this month in just a couple weeks, actually less than 2 weeks. And so for this month, I am paying my final business expense. Y'all, I'm super excited about that. Like, I'm really paying my last invoice, final invoice ever. Well, actually, I have one thing to pay in the next pay period, but like for this month is my last pay business expense toward the movie. So I'm excited about that. So with that being said, I will not be paying anything toward debt this month. I'm also not paying anything towards debt in November as well. I will resume my debt payoffs in December. However, I do have reoccurring payments for certain things, so those will still obviously get paid. But just know that there's nothing going toward debt. I'm also not adding anything to my savings fund for this month or November as well. Again, December is a different month. I will pick back up then. The goal is to just make sure I pay off the goals that I have allocated for 2024. So I want to make sure that debts 5 through 13 are all paid off by the end of this year. So we'll see, but we'll kind of talk about that later. Let's see. Yeah, so what is my motivation for this video and this pay period? As I always ask, you have to have you have to have a motivation. You have to have a why in order to continue to do this, because it's easy to get distracted. You have the latest iPhones coming out. You have, we all kind of want to go on vacations, just want to have an escape. There has to be something that motivates you to stick to your goals and to meet your financial goals each month or each pay period. Because if not, you're just gonna be like, you know what, forget this, like YOLO, you only live once, baby. Wait. Well, I'm not interested in that, because guess what, I want my time freedom. So that is my motivation for this pay period, is time freedom. Imagine getting up every day, waking up every day, God willing, and just being able to go to the gym or yoga, whatever you want to do, and having breakfast or going to brunch with your friends or going to a soup kitchen and volunteering with your church or wherever you practice your religion, whatever. Like, imagine doing that. Imagine volunteering at your kid's school or being on the PTO committee. Imagine just sitting out by the pool if you want to. Imagine being work optional, where you don't have to work full-time or part-time, or you can work PRN if you want to stay in your career. Just imagine the things that you can do when you have time freedom and you have the flexibility to do what you want to do, and your life gets to be lived out the way you want to live it, not that you have to be somewhere at a certain time. Or let's say you don't make the money or the salary that you feel like you deserve, and just being able to walk away and be like, you know what, nah, this no longer serves me. Like, that is what time freedom means for me. And the only way to get there is to invest and to save and pay off debt, because then you open up the opportunity to be able to say no to certain things and to say yes to the life that you truly want to live. So that's what motivates me. And my goal is to be work optional by 40. Y'all, I am turning 36 next month. And so, I'm hitting the ground running. Listen, time is of the essence. I just know that God has so much for me in this season, in this world, in this life. And I need to have that flexibility to be able to move, come and go as I need to and as I am called to. And so I don't want money to be a factor, because God, and I trust that God is going to do this for me, because he knows that my heart is in the right place and I'm a good steward of my finances. If he can trust me with my salary, if I'm doing what I'm doing with my salary while raising 2 children, 2 teenage kids, almost like 2 adults, because the way they eat, child, listen, like if he can trust me to do right with this, I know he can trust me with more. So I'm excited about that. And I'm also excited to hear what your why is and what motivates you. All right, if you watched this far, comment below. My motivation is, and share something. It doesn't have to be too personal. Just share your thoughts with me. Also, like this video, subscribe to my channel if you like more videos like this, and yeah, share this with someone who needs the motivation. All right, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.